Well, it's good to see that there is finally some pushback on the big, beautiful bill that President Trump put forth and that the House passed. Senator Ron Johnson is leading the charge, it would appear, based on the coverage that I'm seeing. And Elon Musk came out yesterday, as I record this, against the bill. And I agree with Elon that you might have a big bill and you might have a beautiful bill, but you're not going to have a big, beautiful bill. The history of the Republicans, as I recall, was arguing against these colossal bills that are passed at the last minute because that's how extra pork gets put in, and all of a sudden the tens of billions of dollars, even hundreds of billions of dollars, or waste are set up to take place. And the Republicans had promised in the past to reform how they handle the budget process and get back to basic appropriations bills, 12 or 13, whatever it is, the number that they're supposed to be working on to put a budget together over the year to be passed for the following year. And so hopefully, with the Senate standing up, we'll get back to that. And this bill will get sent back to the House. We will, in fact, hopefully get back to 2019 spending levels. The waste, fraud, and abuse that was identified by DOGE will be impactful on this bill, not simply shuffling the money from one department to another, but actually eliminating the spending. We'll hold the Pentagon accountable by forcing them and all of the departments to operate in a more efficient way by pushing back to the 2019 levels and perhaps even beginning to automatically implement a 10% reduction in budgets if they fail to pass their audits. So, anyway, just wanted to put out a vote of support for slowing down and stopping the big, beautiful bill as it's currently fashioned, and encourage Senator Johnson and others who are standing up to say that we need to, in fact, address the debt that we as a nation have built up and are adding to under current spending policies to the tune of $2 trillion a year or more going forward. This talk about saving $1.5 trillion over 10 years is just a bunch of malarkey to hide the fact that the current budget proposal is just a failure. And so, anyway, while I realize it's going to be difficult for us and for many families across the country, should Congress actually get back to spending priorities? Should they review the tax proposal? And they keep talking about it as a tax cut. It's actually an extenuation of tax cuts that were made 5 years ago, putting them into law as opposed to simply being temporary. So there is no actual new tax cut. And they talk about raising taxes. Well, they only to the highest extent ever. Well, the only reason it's raised to the highest extent ever is because of the size of the cut that was implemented 5 years ago. They talk about the Laffer curve and the trajectory that suggests that if you cut taxes, then you will increase spending and increase revenue. Well, the curve actually goes down. When you cut taxes too much, you simply lose tax revenue with no net increase in return to the government. And it seems, particularly with the taxes as they're structured at the upper end of the income stream, that in fact is what's happening. So anyway, I just want to suggest that hopefully we will have a major revision of the big, beautiful bill, whether it's broken into two bills or multiple bills to address each element separately. If that's how it needs to be done, that would be great. But we need to make a balanced budget a priority and not simply talk about it and continue to add to the debt and the $1 trillion+ a year in interest that we are paying out. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those. And as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.